and good evening to each and everyone. Today, we, International Institute of Influencers, welcome you all to an amazing program, amazing launch. From my childhood, I have, something which I don't like, something I always try to rebel. And that is what I got to speak today. I got an opportunity to speak today. It is the launch of our event, which is personal branding. What is this, Dr. Sharma? She is sick, we know, but it doesn't mean that she is telling that she doesn't like personal branding. No, I'm not talking something head and tail. Trust me, my dear friends. When I see most of the people in the society nowadays, they call brand in a different way. I have iPhone. I have Bentley. I have Rolls Royce. They try to brand themselves with the iPhone. They try to brand themselves with the Bentley. I'm using iPhone, that means you are a branded person? No. Why you are mistaking the branding meaning? A poor person who doesn't have iPhone, is he not branded? A branding is what, when you are not in a room, when people talks about you, that is your brand. If I'm not here in the room, what you talk about me is my brand. iPhone is not the brand, my dear friends. This is not the brand. I always get angry when people talk, I use iPhone. No, I don't use Samsung. No, I don't use Huawei. I don't use this. What nonsense. So this is what the branding people now presently in this current society, we need to really understand what is branding, how to brand yourself. Personal branding is such an important thing that each and every one must know. When people like you, they love you. When they trust you, they do business with you. When they trust you, they do business with you. So if you develop that trust, you will automatically get the business. And that trust is brand, personal brand. So now the question comes, how can we develop that? How can we develop that personal brand? Yes, for sure, you have to join our course, which we are going to show it up. How can you develop that? But just simple thing, that overview that I would like to give here is personal branding is nothing but accountability. Are you accountable? How many of you watching here to us, how many of you can claim 100% that whatever the task that I take, I'm accountable? Are you transparent? You're not going to office now, you're online, imagine. When you sit at home, do you wear the same blazer? Do you wear the same shoe? Are you accountable for your timings with your office? Are you doing exactly what you do in your office? You will think, who is watching me? I'm here at home, they are at office, but your kids are watching. They are creating your brand in their minds. Your family is watching. All the time, these are the things that creates the brand, my dear friends. Branding is not easy to happen. Branding takes lots of initiatives, lots of hard work, lots of accountability, transparency, consistency. It doesn't come just like that. You have to work very hard to develop that branding. People just consider this as an easy something. No, it takes years to develop that brand among the hearts of the people, that I can trust her. She is consistent, she is transparent, she is accountable. And definitely when you reach to that word, you will develop that factor, that wow factor, which will help to run your life. Then last point before we introduce that, some people think, I think I'm unable to do all these things. Check your fingers. Is my fingerprint is similar to your fingerprint? No. That's why biometrics, we use this. It's not my fingerprint is not similar to your fingerprint. Can my house key will fit inside your house key? No. In the same way, every person is unique. God has already shown us that we are all unique. Everyone is unique. Miss Brenda is unique in her style. It is unique in his style. Everyone is unique. I'm unique in my style. So why don't we can everyone, that means God has told, he has given us an indication that you are unique, so you can create your own brand. Everyone can create their own brand, everyone. But only thing is transparency, accountability, honesty. These are required, which are lacking in this present world. We are putting our hands on the shoulders of somebody else and trying to ride the car. That shoulder may run off any time, my dear friends. So maintain your values, maintain your ethics, and maintain your own brand. If I talk anything more about the personal branding, Mr. Ashish and Mr. Shenki is going to kill me now, because ma'am, you are teaching all the course now itself, then nobody will join us. So without wasting, we International Institute of Influencers, we are on the mission of humanization of education. We are trying to promote mission, values of ethics, building the infinite amount of influencers with this personal branding. They who can have their own unique characters. We are aiming to build that. We are promoting education for standard of life, not for standard of living. So I myself, Dr. Shama Hussain, welcomes you all to this amazing program of amazing launch of personal branding, which each and every one can take from our organization and develop their brand. We feel proud when everyone understands the unique etiquettes of this branding and follow up in their life. Good evening, Dr. Jitendra. Glad to see you here. You're muted,
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. My regards to all the panelists and the audience.
Thank you for accepting our invitation, Dr. Jitendra. Glad to see you here.
It's my pleasure, ma'am. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. So, my dear friends, so without wasting time, let us watch a small video right now about International Institute of Influencers. Samu, can you play this?
Yes, ma'am, I'm playing it. Thank you so much, everyone. Ma'am.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Rajput bhai, namaste.
स्वागत जनाउछि आज वीडियो रे बेसिक कंप्यूटर केतोटी इंपोर्टेंट प्रश्न को आलोचना करिबी एहा आपन को एग्जाम पे इंपोर्टेंट रहिछि वीडियो को शेष पर्यंत देखिबे आ नोट करिबे आज प्रथम प्रश्नटी होछि कंप्यूटर गोटे कोन
Sarun, can you mute? So I think somebody is okay. Dr. Rajput, good evening.
Very good evening.
Good evening. So let me take this opportunity, Dr. Favor, to welcome our board of director, Dr. Favor. He is going to take the privilege of welcoming all our wonderful guests here today. So let me invite Dr. Favor. Dr. Favor, are you there?
Yes,
Dr. Favor is our board of director as well as our future Nigerian president. He is a contestant for 2023 future. Nigeria means as a presidential candidate for Nigeria. So we are very honored to have such an enthusiastic, such a transparent, as I was telling, a brand. Dr. Favor, he himself is a brand. He works so hard, consistent, and very transparent in his ideas. He has a sustainable plan for establishing a successful Nigeria for 2023. So we are honored here today, and I would like Dr. Favor to welcome our chief guest and our guest of honor on this wonderful occasion. Dr. Favor, stage is yours.
Thank you so much, my wonderful founder, my friend, my sister, my doctor. Thank you, and I'm so glad to be here. I'm sorry I won't be able to show my face because of where I am. So I need to quickly pull myself together for this wonderful occasion. And of course, my image is that is also what is representing me. Yeah, thank you for that introduction, brilliant introduction. I want to salute and I want to appreciate all our wonderful speakers in the house today. This is a unique event for the world that we want. And it's starting from IHS, powered by II, that is international influencers all over the world. We want to congratulate you, we want to welcome you. But I have an honor to welcome our able president of IHS. This is a great man, wonderful, full of knowledge and wisdom. We met some times ago, and what he brought out from his mouth and his mind blew my mind away. And it's a privilege that we are having him as well as an able, great phenomenal in our midst. And as the president of IHS, like I said, in person of W. Kevin Ward. And he's a doctor. He has a well-grounded knowledge in what we are presenting today. He's a very great brand ambassador. Somebody that you can rely on when he speaks. You will know that wisdom is speaking. And so please let's welcome my wonderful friend, and he's also a president of IHS. And I'm also going to welcome others, one by one. But because of time, we need to do it accordingly. But that is just it for now. Let me welcome my president in the house. You're welcome. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Favor. I really appreciate that. And I am looking forward to the great opportunities that we're offering to everyone, and especially our courses on personal branding. And, personal branding has become quite a hot topic, especially in social media. So as I considered it, I like to ask three questions, and I think that we all should ask these three questions. First of all, what is personal branding? We're going to talk a lot about how to have personal branding, but I think sometimes, as Dr. Sharma pointed out, that there may be some confusion about personal branding. So we're going to talk a minute about what is it. Also, what are the opportunities as a result of personal branding? And then the third thing that we will talk a moment about is what are the responsibilities? So personal branding, as I considered what it is, I'm kind of let's say a seasoned citizen here. And there was a time in my life where we didn't call it personal branding. We called it reputation. And we all have a reputation. The question becomes, what is it? And is it representative of who we are? Dr. Sharma mentioned authenticity and transparency. And yes, that's part of it. What is our reputation? And are we giving our reputation what it truly is? And are people getting it? So it's something that we have to consider in what is it. The goal as part of III is to look at values. And one of the things that we are truly missing in a lot of personal branding is not just what we do, but who we really, really are. And are we congruent with that at all times? And especially in the area of influence of social media, are we being very honest with people? And that becomes important. We can talk about what we can do. We can talk about what we want to do, what we will do, all of that, and that's important. But at the end of the day, what are we showing to the world? Are we showing that we have value? And if so, how do we demonstrate that value? And so it's very important to consider what is our personal branding, or in an old term, what is our reputation? What do people say, as Dr. Sharma mentioned, what are they saying about us when we're not around? Because in reality, that's our personal branding. I even went so far one time on LinkedIn, took a great risk and asked people, what do you think is my personal branding? And it was rather interesting to ask that question. And I asked people to be honest, because many people will try to be nice and, shall we say, gentle as they respond. But part of what we need is to be able to talk to each other about what our reputation, our personal branding really is. And part of the value that we're going to be bringing through this course is to help people understand that and help them get that out. So what are the opportunities related to personal branding? Now, especially with social media, the opportunities are massive. We can get our personal brand out to as many as over 700 million people through LinkedIn alone. And then when you add in all of the other platforms, the exposure is remarkable. And so we have great opportunity to connect. One of the unique things I find about personal branding and social media and the opportunities is to meet so many people. The irony of it is I have met people on LinkedIn, for example, that come to find out about a neighbor. So the opportunity to connect with people around the corner or around the world are there. The opportunity to build businesses and get lots of opportunity to grow businesses. So a bit about the opportunities. And then the last topic I want to mention is, what are the responsibilities? And this concerns me that we are forgetting this part. As we grow in influence, as we grow our brand, our reputation, we have a responsibility to the people that we connect with. And it's a real challenge. The responsibility to be honest and the responsibility to be truthful, and the responsibility to remember that part of our reputation is how we deal with our friends. Yes, we're all unique, and that's important, and we need to celebrate that, but we also have a responsibility to build common ground as part of our branding. And that as we approach our personal branding, we need to consider Are we trying to push our personal branding over someone else? Or are we trying to have a complementary relationship? One of the things that I think about as we are on platforms and interacting with people, one of the rules that I have come to apply to my own self and the responsibility of, if I would not say, behave, do in front of someone standing in person, then I should not do that on social media. I should treat people with the same respect as if we were standing together, just shaking hands and maybe sharing a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, or the like. And so just as we consider personal branding, we need to make sure we're clear on what it is and take advantage, make the best use of the opportunities given us, and then take full responsibility for our behaviors in regards to our personal brand and seek to be congruent with that, what we want our personal brand to be. Otherwise, we need to reevaluate, reconsider, and the good news is that at times we can rebrand. And so I just encourage all of you that will participate in the courses to truly consider what is personal branding, what are the opportunities, and what are the responsibilities. Look forward to the rest of our launch today. Thank you so much for an opportunity to say a few words here today. And it's a real honor to be among such a great group of people, including the team at III. So thank you. Dr. Favor, back to you, sir.
Sorry, I was trying to unmute myself. That's powerful. That's powerful. I feel like submit myself to be one of the student that will be taken, because I can feel the impact you are making already. Congratulations to all our participants that are going to take part in this course. So you've heard Mr. President, talking on something. There's something that he spoke about, representation. That's your identity. So what do you represent? That's key. Thank you so much, Dr. Kevin Ward. It's an honor again. I'm going to bring a very wonderful personnel into the house. I believe that you are going to enjoy this particular wonderful woman that we are going to introduce. That's Miss Brenda Dempsey. Please, I know that it is virtual, and if you are clapping hands, I just want you to indicate the clapping of hands there. This is a very wonderful person that I believe, she has what it takes to deliver this course, and it will resonate to everyone. So once again, I want to officially welcome Ms. Brenda Dempsey. Thank you. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Dr. Favor, for that kind introduction. I'd like to start by thanking Dr. Sharma for kindly inviting me along today to speak to you all the way from London. So I feel very honoured and humbled to be amongst amazing people here today. Personal branding, what can I say? Jumps out of Dr. Sharma, it jumps out of Kevin, it jumps out of Dr. Favor. It should be jumping out of who you are. And we can see the glossy aspects of branding behind Dr. Sharma, behind myself, with the sparkly logos and the font and the colours. But that for me that's not what your personal brand is all about. And already Dr. Sharma were you looking down when I was thinking about what to say? Because you've used the exact same quotes that I have prepared for today. And, you know, Kevin, you were brilliant because it is all about reputation, that old-fashioned word, you know, of a similar generation. I just put colour in my hair, you know. So it's very important to go to the very beginning of what personal branding is. And we've touched on it already. You will hear similar points echoed today with everyone who's going to be speaking, because being part of the Institute, the International Institute of Influencers, these illustrious, wonderful people understand what personal branding is. And personal branding is that conscious and intentional effort to create an influence. It's about our perception. How do people see us? We've used that great quote. What do people say when you're not in the room? So we know that already. What is your authority in your industry, and how are you elevating your credibility, and how are you differentiating yourself? We're all unique. Yes, our fingerprints are absolutely unique. Sorry. And we are here because we want to make a difference, and our brand will help us do that, and our brand will help us make a larger impact. And, you know, today we're no longer always in the same room as everybody else, so we're not having those firm handshakes. How are we showing up? How we're showing up is so important. Do we sound credible? Are our credentials enough? It's not everything. And it's not what it takes today to make the good first impression, because we're not always in that room. And we've already heard that being on social media, being on events like today, on Zoom, where we can bring the whole world together. How are we showing up? So incredible that it's so important that we're showing that through our brand. So we've been blogging, we've got Facebook, we've got Twitter, we've got LinkedIn. And with that, we have all these platforms to help show our brands, to magnify our brands, to use our voice in our brand. But where do our brand begin? And it's so important. And for me, when I work with clients and my authors, we have to begin and build a deep, solid foundation, because we want to make a difference on a global stage. So what do we have to do? We have to go deep. So if we're building buildings like, you know, years ago in the Empire State, we go deep, we build deep down, we don't build shallow, and we don't build on sand, because we're here for longevity. We're here because we want to leave a legacy. So how do we show that in our personal branding? Where do we begin? What is the solid foundation for personal branding? Well, it's my most favorite thing to do with people, and that is look at your values, your vision, and your mission. You've heard these words already, but I want to take them a little deeper to show you what that really means. So your values are based on who are you? Who are you when no one is looking? What drives you to do what you do? And when we bring our values to consciousness, it impacts on our decisions. You know, you go on those soul searching, there's questions. What do you believe in? What are you standing for? And what do you stand against? So with the soul searching, you can identify those values. Then you can go on and create that big, big vision. And you can build on that to fuel the mission that you're on. So you have clarity on who you are. In you bring that into your vision. You take consistent action. You show up all the time with the same message and the same values. People will see it jumping out of you. And that will help you drive the mission to become constant in voicing your message. Constancy. Do you show up when you say, are you reliable? All of these things that Kevin was speaking about and Dr. Sharma. Are your skills, are they authentic? There's that word, authenticity. Be yourself. Be authentic to who you are. What are your skills and credentials? Don't compare them to other people, because your credentials are your own. Your life experiences are your own. Life experiences are great credentials. What training have you had? What awards have you received? These are all important in building up that picture of who are you. Also, in today's world, personal branding, even if you're part of a big company, it's not about company values, it's about the personal values. So people want to know who's leading this company, what are their personal values, what is their personal brand, and that will be reflected in the company brand. So knowing your passions and your interests, it's not enough to be faceless today. People want to know who you are. They're curious, they're nosy. So do your passions and interests, are they reflected in your brand and in your brand personality? So there are 4 key elements for personal branding as a foundation. Brand values. So I've said, who are you? What do you stand for? What do you stand against? Because your value, your decisions create the vision and drive your mission. So the values for me are integrity, which I build on honesty, open-mindedness, and trust. We've heard that word already today. Reliability. You can rely on us. We build on productivity, efficiency, and excellence. And collaboration, which is built on partnership, empowerment, and creativity. So your brand has a vision. What do you want to be known for? Are you the world's go-to person on your area of expertise? And what is that area of expertise? Your values can help identify that purpose in life. Don't underestimate the power of knowing your values. Your vision, the vision here is we're building a brilliant global community of heart-led entrepreneurs, guiding them to extraordinary happiness, success, and prosperity. What is your vision? Your brand mission. What do you want to build? A personal brand? Sorry, why do you want to build a personal brand? What is your purpose? Who do you want to influence? What do you want to accomplish? So we are on a mission to deliver heart-led authors simple success strategies, empowering them to build their book brilliance, extraordinary lives and businesses. We're all here on a mission to make a difference. That's why we are coming together as one and in leadership. Your brand message. What is the key message that you want to communicate? What message do you want to consistently reinforce in your content, in your marketing, and who you are when you're in the room? One piece of advice you would give. So we give the advice that we can help you raise your profile, amplify your authority, and grow your business on a global stage, echoing that voice linked to your values. And then what's your brand personality? What are some of your personal characteristics and traits that you can weave into your brand? Remember I said we looked at what our passions were. So what are they that we weave in? People are interested. So is your brand going to be polished and professional? Is your brand going to be fun and creative? And perhaps it's going to be a little bit more quirky and adventurous. Know who you are, what you stand for, what's your personality, what like-minded people are you attracting? It's incredible when you do this exercise and you talk to people, you find out that integrity, being open and honest, is one of those driving forces that makes us do what day in and day out, whether we were paid or not. It helps us reach down into our souls and helps us with our humanitarian. So your brand, what's your brand doing? It's not just serving clients, but who are you? What's it doing? And what? So our brand is about excellence. It's aspirational. It's trustworthy. It's energy. And it's inclusive of every single one person in the world. And it's so funny because I too have branding is what people say about you when you are not in the room. There's so many other things involved in branding, but I wanted to bring home the values, the vision, and the mission. That is what's so important. That drives me, and it drives the people that I'm connected to. It drives my clients to go on to bigger and greater things, and the ripple effect continues. Thank you very much, Dr. Sharma, for having me. Thank you, Dr. Favor, for introducing me. And it's been a great pleasure. And I hope you find one little nugget in something I've said today that you can take away.
Ms. Brenda, what you said right now, that ripple effect, yes. I trust honestly that ripple, I'm sure everybody might have got that ripple effect right now. And what you said, what we stand for, what we stand against is very important. People are, especially in this Corona period, what we noticed, people are getting carried away. They are not standing for what they are. They are not standing against what they are not. If they don't like something also, they are ready to take for the name's sake of positions, for the sake of posters, they are just ruining their values. Even they are supporting those organizations which don't have values. So when you are supporting such an organization which doesn't have values, you are losing the value of your own, because your brand, that organization is giving you the brand. So your name is lost. Instead of that, we have to change those people with our brand. Even when your enemy also start appreciating you, even though he hates you, but still he starts respecting you in his heart, that means you are branded. When your enemy also should support you, because you are strict to your values. You're not ready to compromise for your values, maybe to get something else. So by this, we should teach the society, because in this Corona period, people, because of this random certificates, ask any one person in this world right now who doesn't have awards. Is there any one person? No, everyone has millions of awards now, millions of certificates. What is the value? Your brand is where? What is the difference between you and me? You should ask. You have to be unique. You have to be separate. Don't dilute, because somebody, with your personality, somebody is getting inspired. Let's show to the world that create a brand where people should learn now that this is not the period of getting certificates or anything. The world is in a very bad situation right now. We have to spread the values. We have to spread where to compromise, where not to compromise. This ripple effect is really required. As the most prominent people now, you're all in a very good positions, and I'm sure we all III is trying to reflect this, influence this, and today I don't know how to thank Ms. Brenda, the wonderful ideas that you have given in this. It touched my heart like anything. Thank you so much. Definitely, we all will try our best to spread this ripple effect everywhere. We want people to come out of this fake world of positions. It's not the position, it's the action that matters you, that makes you a leader. Let's be a true leader. Don't get attracted with this fake awards or fake positions, fake things. We have to be original. We have to have our own fingerprint. Let's build our own fingerprint, not anything else. Thank you, Ms. Brenda. Dr. Favor, forgive me. I took your thing. I was just carried away. Thank you.
No, you have added a very awesome branding effect also. We are here to learn something that is unconventional. So I must congratulate you, Dr. Sharma, for the set of people you brought together all over the world. This is not the usual thing that happens, even though we have a lot and hundreds and thousands of platforms like this that talked about personal branding, but this one is extremely unique. Madam Brenda, I think you are the originator of branding because your name is Brenda. So actually, I wrote something here, and you said intentional conscious effort to create a difference. Powerful, powerful. And if we are not taking anything from this place, I want us to write it down somewhere above our window, pillow, on our table, in the office, everywhere. This particular statement is a striking chord. And she talked about value, vision, and mission, which Dr. Sharma just intimated us about how we must not in any way be getting and be receiving fake awards. That's a very powerful word. And those are words. What has it done in our lives? Those fake titles, gathering all manner of titles. What you cannot stand against automatically become you. What you can't stand against becomes you. So it's a very interesting moment, and I'm enjoying every moment from these awesome leaders. So once again, Madam Brenda Dempsey, thank you for that powerful words. I really appreciate you. And I must also sincerely bring in a very phenomenal, again, which is going to touch a very critical aspect of this meeting. And I know that you are not going to go out the same way you came to this platform today. This platform is physical. However, we are building a lot of things that are going to be physical, and all of you will be invited, and you're going to showcase your uniqueness. So join me to welcome Dr. Jitendra Matlani. This is a very awesome man too, that when you hear him speak, you will be blown away. He's, the way he sit down, the way he packaged himself, you should know that this particular person must be a professor in personal branding. So let me welcome him, and let's join our hands together and give him a round of applause. Thank you. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Favor. And first of all, I would like to congratulate for your upcoming elections, and our support is with you. Anything for us, for your campaign, or any support during your elections, we are always there to support you, sir. And at the outset, I would like to express my deep sense of gratitude towards Dr. Sharma to invite me here for the platform with all these intellectual people. I was very impressed by Mr. Kevin as he said that it is very necessary that what people talk about you when you are not around. That is the most important thing in life, that the branding, that is the real branding, what people talk about you when you are not around. And the people who defend your name are the real people in your life, the people who will defend when you are not around. So actually, if you trust me that I was not ready to, I was not prepared to give any speech, and I would like to congratulate III for the launch, and our support will be always there with you guys. And I was just short of time. I rushed from the expo. I was tied up there, but I had to attend this meeting, so I rushed to attend this meeting. And I would have very short time to be with you guys. And I would like to congratulate Dr. Sharma for the launch, and my support will be always there for you all.
Dr. Jitendra, you have rushed and you have come up. That means you became accountable, right? This is your brand.
No, actually, see, yeah, I mean to say that we all are unique. We all are unique, and we all can influence our own society, starting from our own community to our society in our own better way.
Exactly, Dr. Jitendra. What you said is perfectly right. See, suppose, Dr. Jitendra, if you don't accept something which is against your principles, then people will watch that and they will do the same. So they will learn. But nowadays, what's happening in the society, by the greed or by this, we are compromising with our values. So people are also compromising. So let's rise that. We have to learn how to be accountable, because now this post-pandemic world is badly in need of this. Thank you, Dr. Jitendra. We know that you are very busy and tons of thanks for honoring us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Jitendra.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jitendra. You've spoken well, and from the fact that you came, it's also showed a kind of the integrity that you carry in your heart. You know, when somebody is acknowledged and respected, also honored to be part of a great platform like this, and you show yourself up, it shows you are a responsible man. So when we are talking about branding, we must extend a part of responsibility. So you've shown nothing but being a responsible doctor. So thank you so much, and we really appreciate your coming. Honestly speaking, I appreciate that. And you didn't just show up, you listened. And for the fact that when Dr. Kevin was talking about what people say behind you matters, and it's also a concern to every one of us. So meaning whatever thing we are projecting out there, we must project positive energy. Positive energy is very important. Please, let's be conscious of that. And thank you for giving us this awesome quote from Dr. Kevin. I have honor too to bring another wonderful professor in the house. When you hear professor, this might seem to be a joke anyway. I used to call them knowing too much in too little. Knowing too much in too little. So that's my definition for professors, in which I'm also proposing to be a professor by 2023 or 2025 thereabout, because I did my graduation, that was 2018. So I'm combining a lot of things together. I want to be like him. So honor is here with this wonderful man, Barula Safi, professor of personal branding and the effect that you're going to receive again. So welcome in and let us give a round of applause for Professor. You're welcome. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Very good evening, good afternoon, good morning. As people are from different parts of the world, I'm sure that somewhere it's morning, somewhere it's in the evening. So it's my pleasure to be here among you, and I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Sharma and the team for inviting me to this. To be very honest, I like your name, so I'm very sure that you are so positive and so energetic. I have to be programs and such certification in this time of globalization and digitalization. Personal branding certifications and personal branding courses are very important, and it can be equal to a master program. We have seen that in corporate, or also we have seen that many graduates, postgraduates, masters, engineers, doctors, professors, researchers still lack personal branding. Still, they need this certification. I want to admit that this certification is for everybody. It doesn't matter from which background you are. It doesn't matter from where you are. So if you are in this world and if you work in this world, you need a certification of personal branding. It's an investment, and it is something that you really need at the moment in order to be more positive, in order to be authentic, realistic, and successful, not only at your workplace, but also in your professional life and personal life. You need to work on personal branding. Dr. Kevin and my fellow speaker explain about personal branding in details, and I really enjoyed their relevant explanation and their relevant knowledge that they explained that how personal branding is important these days. I would say that personal branding is helping you in many ways, not only in one way, but in many ways. For an example, if you are investing on yourself by taking this course, by taking this certification, you will be learning a lot. You will be learning things that you will not learn in your, in your formal education in universities. Personal branding course is really, really important for everybody. Personal branding helps you in many ways. For example, when you are branded, when you are reputed, so you have lots of opportunities. You can grab opportunities in the globe. You can grow so fast. You can, achieve your goals. For goals that you need 2 years or 3 years, and if you are really a brand, or if you are really, working on your personal branding, you can achieve your long-term goals in a very short time because you know what to do, you know how to do, when to do things. So that's why personal branding is helping you to achieve opportunities around you, at your workplace, globally, anywhere in the world. And it is your choice whether to accept them or not. But always the opportunities are there, and the door of the opportunities will be always open towards you when you are branded. That's so important because we are investing lots of energy trying to find out opportunities. We are searching, hiring consultant, meeting different people in order to find opportunities. You don't need to do all these things if you are personally branded. If you are branded, the opportunities will come to you and they will ask you, yes, we are here. So you are the right person to grab it. So that is one thing. Second thing is that when you are personally branded, you have you are becoming so positive. You are becoming so like energetic. You are becoming so large hearted. You like challenges. You accept challenges. You are becoming more professional. You love to accept challenges. You love to help people. You love to be someone to help everybody. To be someone to be always present when no one is present there. So that is another, another benefits of personal branding, which you can have by developing your personal branding. If I talk about other brandings, you become famous. Famous is like you can there are many ways that you can be famous, but you become famous in a very positive way. You become respectful. You become known to people. You become, someone that people will always, consider you as an ideal. You become the heroes for others. You become somebody so important to others people's life. People start following you when you are personally branded. So see, you have lots of benefits around you just by investing and working on yourself and investing and working on the parameters that my fellow speaker has spoken. Just doing that, you have a bag of opportunities. You have lots of benefits around you. You achieve your goals. You become so, you become the doctor of achieving goals. You become an expert. You become, even your wealth will increase because when you are personally branded, you have more opportunities. When you have more opportunities, so you can basically increase your wealth. That is the other benefits of personal branding. People start trusting you. That is so important because you know that when there is no trust, there is no deal. When there is no trust, there is no relation. When there is no trust, there is no business. When there is no trust, there is no collaboration. So trust factor is so important. By personality branding, you acquire trust of people. You become someone anyone will trust you. So when people will start trusting you, you are becoming someone, a great source for others. So there are thousands of benefits of personality branding. So I won't take so much time. So there are many ways also that these are some benefits that I have explained, and there are many ways that how you can build this personality branding, how you can become a branded personality. Like for example, the first of all, you can start writing, in social media accounts. Like if you have an account like on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, you keep writing about different topics, keep writing about yourself, keep writing about different social related topics, academic topics that will help you because you are exploring yourself, you are exploring your energy, you are exploring that potential that you have inside yourself. That is the one way that you can start building yourself. You can create your own website. That is another way you can, develop, self branding. For example, we have seen many youngsters these days. They have their own blog and they have their own websites. By developing your own website, you can address your audience. This is another way you can find, you can build personality branding. So you can be authentic. You can have your vision, mission, values, goals. There are many ways that you can do this. So I would say in the last that this course that we are launching today is so essential for anyone and everyone. I myself was basically a soft skill trainer and self-branding trainer, and I taught this course for almost 7 years. I taught people from different backgrounds. I taught doctors, engineers, professors, researchers from different part of the lives. And actually, this course is so essential, and I suggest everyone to grab this opportunity and avail this. And once again, thank you so much for giving me time, and thank you so much for the kind invitation. And I really enjoyed listening to my failures as well. Thank you.
Oh my God. I think you have to brand the entire nation now, Professor. You've unveiled a lot of powerful nuggets. You've developed. I hope. Do you have a book? Do you have a book of personal branding?
Yes, it is not exactly personal branding, but it's soft skills. It's similar to personal branding. Yes.
I wouldn't want anything to be similar. I want you to. I'm challenging you right now, as a professor, to write a very powerful book. It may not be too much, it may not be too voluminous. Kindly, before the end of this year, we want to launch this book powered by III. I want this book to be launched. Give us a very brilliant out of the box personal branding benefit and the rest you can think of. The world needs
I have
you.
But unfortunately, it's in my national language. I have a book. It's in my national language, but definitely we can make it an international in English also. Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay. And precisely, I want.
Dr. Faber, you have given a very good idea, actually. See, we have. Yeah, it's exactly very good idea you have given. We have such a great, eminent people here in our III, especially ethical people. Like Miss Brenda, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. Miss Brenda, Mr. Kevin, Dr. Baharullah Saifi, I'm coming to join you as your student right now. And
yeah.
So
what I'm even trying to say is that he's not going to write the book alone. The president is going to be among them. And Mr. Ruben, the vice president, I want to specially recognize him here before I move forward. Mr. Ruben, I celebrate you. Please, can you just unmute yourself and say hello before I continue?
Oh, great. Thanks for the opportunity. Well, for you that you are looking at me for the second time, because this is the second meeting, I can tell you that as an educator, I have witnessed lots of education changes, but not enough to get the best approach to good outcome. That's why I participate in conferences around the world. And when I saw the International Institute of Influencers, I was immediately attached to the idea to influence, to be that change, to be that image. And now that we are talking about personal branding, is that we all have a name. But as all of you, the ones who have previously talked before myself today, explained very well, that the brand is not your name. The brand is what you do. The brand is your actions. And let me tell you something. The brand is how you will be remembered after you are not on earth. So that is what we've done.
That's very powerful. The brand is when you will be remembered. Oh my God, after you might have left this earth. Anyway, we are having intelligent individuals packed in III. And it's a very great honor. If you are participating in this course, please pull and sit tight, pull yourself very well, pull yourself together and enjoy these great people across the globe. One of the things I want to say before I hand over to Dr. Sharma is that Professor said, be a doctor of achieving goals. Be a doctor of achieving goals. And do you know what that one means? You've carved an inch for yourself. So meaning it will be added to your CV when you write there that you are a doctor of achieving goals. People will be looking at you. Wow. Every organization, individuals, companies, they want to achieve their goals. So if you are now a doctor of achieving goals, you are on your way to become a millionaire, billionaires, trillionaires, whatever you call it. So be a doctor of achieving goals. I'm holding that one to myself. And as a matter of fact, I'm asking everyone here to join III to achieve the goal of III all over the world. Our goal is for you to be better and to become different, unique in your endeavors with your identity. We all have unique identity and we want to impact the world. I'm not joining any organization that doesn't have positive energy and positive influence, that also think outside the box. I don't want to be thinking in the box. I don't want to be boxed. I don't want my ideas to be a cake. That is why it doesn't matter. You guys might be saying, oh, this is a presidential aspirant, candidate of Nigeria. That is why I'm here. So I love to belong here and I'm very happy, grateful. Thank you so much. Let me hand over to the founder of III, in person of the woman I call the most influential woman in the world, Dr. Sharma. Over to you, and the floor is yours.
Dr. Faber, thank you so much for always encouraging us, always encouraging III, and always making III as a unique factor. We don't have words because this means a lot to us. Means you are making us, like, our hard work, everything, whatever we do, means it just get submitted when these words comes up on the way. Thank you, Dr. Faber. No words to thank you. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for such a wonderful introduction to all the wonderful guests. They are so happy to be introduced by you today. And the way you call them, the way you encourage them, it means a lot. Thank you for making this personal branding. You have your own brand and you have created that brand here. Thank you, Dr. Faber. And all the wonderful speakers, even like if anybody will follow this YouTube link, which is, it's actually getting live on TV. We are in the Zoom room, but it is on live. And I think when people will see this, the thoughts from Dr. Bahrul, the thoughts from Dr. Jitendra, the thoughts from Ms. Brenda, the brand, Miss Brenda, the thoughts from Mr. Kevin. My goodness, I'm sure everyone will be enlightened, enthusiastic, and everyone will definitely, even the worst person will, I'm sure he will definitely try to change today with this. And with your permission, all the wonderful guests, chief guest, and guest of honors, with your permission, we want to take the ride to the roller coaster, that is the launch of the personal branding. So we need the permission from all of you. Please give us a thumbs up to start the launch. Yes, thank you so much. So with your permission, in the room, everyone here, we are, yeah, Ashish. Thank you, Ashish. Thank you so much. So, this is the another way that we International Institute of Influencers are going to create by our, as we said, through our training. We have 6 verticals in our organization. In these 6 verticals, one of the important vertical is our international trainings. Every training that we offer will be having a value where we are going to influence the society. So this is our promise to the society that especially we are here to build the influencers. And requesting everyone, don't compromise your brand. The society right now is very diluted. They will come and try to dilute you. Don't compromise your brand. If you are iPhone, be iPhone only. Don't change to any other brand. So don't come down. Let's maintain that brand. Let's maintain that value of ours, because others are watching you. Others will learn from you. If they can't, let them learn. So before we proceed to Ms. Shenki, who is the instructor, who is the IMS Ghaziabad professor, very intelligent, optimistic, dynamic lady. But before that, Ms. Shenki, I'll just take 2 minutes from you. I want Dr. Gloria from Philippines, a very emotional lady, intellectual lady. I really respect from the bottom of my heart, who all the time, she maintains her brand. She just thinks about the people, how to empower the people. I haven't seen such a wonderful lady. I respect her from the bottom of my heart. She is the sample. She is the specimen in science of a brand, exactly. I respect her. Dr. Gloria, 2 words before this from your side.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shama. We need to say something. Truly indeed, tonight I'm very amazed. Why? Because as what we've been mentioning, we need to have our personal branding. And with that, we've been speaking of values. And as a teacher of values education for almost 20, 25 years, and ongoing, because every day is, we encounter values because it is within ourselves. So it is truly my great privilege to be a part of this International Institute of Influencers. And more than that, being together with this notable person that we have now tonight. And the next activity, the next study that we're going to launch truly could be an amazing way for us to influence the other people to all over the world, as this is an international activity, an international organization. Hopefully, I could really influence not only in the Philippines, but some other parts of the world, and let it be known that Dr. Shama is one of the most influential lady who have compelled me and led me to this. I don't know my personal purpose, my personal goal, but then leading me into this advocacy of empowering people through the values that they have in their lives made me realize that I have a mission, to accomplish in this world towards as what God had made me led to be a part of the education system, considering I'm a teacher of the values education, which I never thought that I'll be a part of this wonderful organization. So to all and every one of these, I thank you for having an opportunity to be with you tonight from the Philippines. I have with me with Dr. Ulysses Yu, who is our country director. That's why I must say that being a part of this institution would greatly influence not only our country and the Philippines, but all over the world if that would be an opportunity for us. Good evening to all. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Gloria. Thank you for honoring us. I'm so humbled with your presence here. Thank you for your time, Dr. Gloria. Thank you so much. And now let's move on to the original content. Let's know more about personal branding from Ms. Dynamic, Ms. Shenki Tyagi. So Ms. Shenki, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Shama ma'am. What a lovely evening it is today, having Galaxy of Intellectuals on the virtual platform. Thank you so much, International Institute of Influencers, in association with Crown University and supported by United Nations, PKFC, for launching this course as a catalyst for change, which is enhancing the presence in more lucrative manner for society and its development. Thank you so much, Dr. Shama Hussain, who is a pillar of change in community and humanization of education. Who can be better than these? Now, I would like to thank all dignitaries present over here to motivate the morale of everyone. So now let's talk about what this personal branding is all about. It starts from the thought which evolves around you. In today's world, need of branding has energized the youth, what makes them unique. Everyone has a name, while your name is how your brand is identified. Building the reputation to go, which it requires time, hard work, and endurance. Your brand statement is not a personal mission statement or job title, rather your catchphrase. So it's personal branding is the practice of marketing people and their careers as brands. It is an ongoing process of developing and maintaining a reputation and impression of an individual, group, or the organization. Whereas some self-help practices focus on self-improvement, personal branding defines success as a form of self-packaging. So rightly said by Berula Sefi sir that we need to invest in ourselves also. The time has come. Your brand is your reputation these days. It's what people think about you. It is who you are, what you do, and how you do it. You need to show your presence everywhere. Whether you recognize it or not, you already have a brand. The only difference is how you are developing that brand. As a college student or as a professional, you know that how to develop your brand. You know what strategy to work upon. You have to master, you have to deliver entire things on your own. You have to create a strong impression on the people you interact. You have to create and practice your personal brand right now. So you have to build your brand. You have to decide what emotional response you want from audience. What word or phrase will make your audience think about. Personal branding is important in almost every profession and industry. By creating a powerful professional brand statement, you can grab the attention of prospective clients, customers, and employers, ensuring that they are able to recognize your value as quickly as possible. Personal brand statements are brief statements that summarize what do you do, why do you do, and what sets you apart. It is, if in other words, I should say, it is just like your USP, unique selling proposition. And today's world, people are awaiting to see that what we are and in which manner we are showing our USP to the world. Now, this course will help you to stay focused, balanced, and sync with your invaluable assets or whatever your company is demanding or asking for. If I tell you in brief that why you should join this course or what is the USP of this course, the learners will going to understand both what personal branding is and what it going to inhibit your brand. It will help you to establish yourself on at least 2 to 3 social media platforms. You are going to create a mission statement of your personal brand, which is a very unique thing. Then we were just listening about the board of directors only in the organization. But when we are having in the organization, why don't we have it in our life? The people who mentor us. So I'm going to help you out in building your board of directors for your brand. You will also be learning to create a system for ongoing brand maintenance. Together, we'll build a strong community in which to provide encouragement and feedback, support from each other as learners to pursue their goals of successful brand creation. So let's come and learn to grow your personal brand together, become an influencer in your niche, become your own boss, and gain financial independence in the rest of your career. Thank you so much for sparing your precious time out of your busy schedule for motivating all of us. Wishing you all a happy and safe living. All the best. And most important thing is that our registration is open now. Everything related to the course has been uploaded on the website, which is www.iilearnings.com. And we need to visit over there to have the further details of our course. Thank you so much, Dr. Sharma.
Thank you, Ms. Tyagi, Ms. Shinki. It is amazing, and I'm sure there will be everyone looking forward to join this program. And it is not joining the program. It is nothing but re-strengthening your mission, re-strengthening, getting clarity. What is you? Who are you? Why are you? This is the answer for yourself. This is not anything about something you are learning. So when we understand that this is, you are going to give purpose to your mission, having clarity of your vision of life, that's it. So before we do anything, before we construct a house, we create a blueprint, right?
True.
We create a blueprint. And then with that blueprint, we build a house. We don't just build a house. First, we make a blueprint and then we build a house. So that blueprint is knowing what you are. That is your personal brand. When you know what you are, then you can build the levels. So usually in the society now, what's happening? People are building without knowing who they are, what they are, what is their weakness. So this is what we need to work on. And definitely, I'm sure, Ms. Shinki, you're going to do amazing. And all the very best to you for this wonderful program. Our support will be there. We all are with you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Definitely this course will going to give wings to the people who will going to learn.
Exactly. Thank you so much. And before we wind up, I want Dr. Yulai and Tyagveer ji give a quick roller coaster ride into this, end up this roller coaster ride with a small, your views on personal branding, Dr. Yulai, Ms. Sujata and Colonel Tyagveer ji, so that we can join up. We three have to join again. We all have to join another meeting after this. So otherwise, our president, Mr. Kevin, will be very angry. You know, he's very committed to his time. So he will not let us to enter into the class afterwards.
Dr. Sama, as far as I understand the personal branding, what everybody has covered, whether it is Brenda, yourself, or Senki, in fact, all have brought out very important or very relevant point. But I would like to summarize this personal branding in one term. The personal branding is nothing but the character of an individual. That character of an individual decides what is your branding is. If your character is impeccable and if your character is wonderful, then naturally your branding is superb. So if you can build your character, you can build your branding. Let me give you one very small example. Everybody has said that what people say once you are not in the room, that is your brand. Certainly, that is your brand. For example, you are in a conference and generally, most of us are working in the corporate or they have worked in the corporate. When you walk in that, even if you walk 5 minutes late, you are always treated as a latecomer. So that becomes your brand. If you reach late in any event, that is your latecomer, that becomes your brand. Similarly, if you reach on time and people can match their watch with your arrival, then they say this always on time. So that is your brand. So take that brand is your personal character. How committed you are, how consistent you are, how courageous you are, how creative you are, how reliable you are, how dependable you are, that is your brand. So brand encompasses everything of yourself, whether it is your vision, your mission, your goal, anything or purpose of your life, that is your brand. So everything of an individual encompasses in your character, and that character, your brand could be negative or it could be positive. So having the purposeful and the beautiful brand, you have to work a lot on your personal things, and that all these 3 C's or 4 C's which I said, if you can work on that, commitment, consistency, courage, and creativity, you will build your brand and you will shine wherever you are, whether in an organization, whether in a meeting or anywhere you are, you will shine with your personal brand and you will make a mark in that. And you will earn your name, your fame, even your brand is equivalent to your equity or equivalent to your wealth. Everything encompasses in that, and that finally leads down to the character. Thank you so much, Dr. Sama.
त्यागवीर जी, आप तो हमेशा मीन्स बल्ब जला ही देते हैं लास्ट में. You always lighten up the bulb. Yes, exactly. Character. That is the point. Yes. Character. And yes, we need to work on this character. Then only we will get that reputation. People, they get differentiated between character and confused and reputation. Thank you so much, Tyagveer ji. And Ms. Sujata, quickly, Mr. Kelly's eyes are...
Yeah, I know. In seconds, I will deal with this. And thank you, Dr. Sharma, for giving me an opportunity. What I personally believe is your thoughts, your emotions, your words make who you are. So, be a true person. If you are a true person, you will be so transparent in front of others, and that will be your brand. So I wish, Professor Shenki, Professor Ashish, and everyone, okay, all the very best. Triple I, thank you, Dr. Sharma.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks. And Dr. Ulai, I think Dr. Ulai is not here. Dr. Ulai was here till now. Okay.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Sharma.
Dr. Ulai is here. How are you, Dr. Ulai? Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so happy to see you here.
Thank you for inviting me to this group.
Dr. Ulai is our IHS country head, as well as he is our curriculum head as well. And the most compassionate person, very balanced and consistent person, I have seen that innocence leadership in him. Very quiet, and he maintains each and everything very organized way, his own style of doing projects. I'm going, Dr. Ulai, I don't know how you do that. It's amazing to do that, such a patience. You are just your simple symbol of patience, I can say, Dr. Ulai. That is your character. Trust me, you're amazing in that part.
Thank you very much for that kind word. Can I say something about thinking outside of the box?
Yeah.
For one thing, I think not every solution comes in a box, right? So we have to think outside of the box, which simply means that we're willing to consider different solutions and methods for reaching our desired outcome. That's what I'm always doing. I want it to be different. Okay, so there's a saying that goes like, if you want to get from point A to point B, you don't necessarily need or want to take the tried and the true route to get there. We wanted to have our own personal brand to do it, something to that effect. So we have to think differently which can be powerful and a positive effect on our career, on our job, wherever we are. Also, we have to question the status quo, which is a good thing for me. So if everyone is just accepted things the way we are, then the world will never, there will never be innovation, there will never be improvement in on our parts, right? So I think a better perspective can make us more receptive to different ideas, which means we won't be limited by a small worldview, just like what we are doing right now. So we are open to limitless possibilities, and the possibilities are just endless. So thank you very much for this opportunity, Dr. Sharma, and to the rest of the influencers here.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ulay. And today we are very happy for this wonderful gathering and wonderful knowledge that we have gained. And we have with us, before we almost we are in the verge of this program now. We are almost done. We have with us Dr. Syed Ali, also with us. He is from Germany. And he's also joining our IHS, International House of Speakers. He is going to introduce himself. So Mr. Kevin and Mr. Ruben, President and Vice President, I'm introducing Mr. Syed Ali. He is from Heidelberg University, Germany. And he has done his PhD. I think Mr. Dr. Syed, he himself will introduce you, that is more better. And I think, what do you say? I think we will continue in the IHS program, or shall we end of this? I think because it's going live.
Dr. Sharma, I'm the new one, but I do know actually what is going on. So next meeting, I hopefully that I will just do it and I will explain it from what is your agenda. I'm the subjects.
Okay, sure, Dr. Syed. We will continue in the IHS class now. We'll continue.
Sure.
So thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you very
everybody.
much.
Thank you so much. So wishing the IIA very best, and we are glad to receive today everybody's wonderful wishes. Thank you, Dr. Jitendra, for joining us and encouraging us. It's an honor. Miss Brenda, thank you so much. Thank you, very big thank you for joining us today and giving us such a wonderful insight. You have blown up everyone today. We are all like definitely going to follow all these things. Thank you so much. So Rajarav Garu, thank you, Andy. Shall we end this live now? Rajarav Garu? అయిపోయిందండి. ఇప్పుడు మాది నార్మల్ మీటింగ్ ఉంది, మేము అలాగే కంటిన్యూ చేసుకుంటామండి.